My name is Luis Aldo Cacique Leon, and I currently attend Eastside College Preparatory School. I volunteer at this organization called RISE, and I mentor middle school students from the East Palo Alto community. It was really inspiring to see how I was able to be impactful in that area. I think it really connects you with the community. I believe that being a part of the East Palo Alto community and branching out my influence throughout different areas where I can make an impact it grows a lot onto my character, and then it really develops who I can be as a person. This year I applied to MIT, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, for aerospace engineering. I just find that school really interesting. Everything about it, just I think be able to interact with that school personally as well. It's just like it will carry me to my dream about becoming an astronaut, going to space, and just dreaming about that stuff on my iPad and stuff like that. Like it sounds very kiddish, but I think it's very interesting to just being able to like go to space and then like witnessing everything and zero gravity, and just everything will just be very kind of free. I'll be really free in space. I would like to thank my sponsors, Sarah's Regis Education Community Foundation and DPR Construction.
My name is Joshua Edwards, and I go to Carlmont High School. I got started volunteering through Boy Scouts and my church organization back in elementary school and middle school. My main volunteering activity right now would be Future Bridge. I'm VP of Technology. We go to underserved communities and teach stuff about technology, business, science, really all subjects. The main thing that hooks me into Future Bridge is the education part. I really like the idea of taking what I know and what I've been taught and giving back. And by being a part of the cycle, I've learned that I'm part of something bigger. It's not just about me, individual lives, it's about how everyone interacts with each other and helps each other to push forward. I want to study computer science. In terms of where I want to go to school, top choice, UCLA, UC Berkeley. I want to go into the machine learning aspect of computer science, the AI aspect, and I want to be a part of that. Find the ethical ways to use AI to push forward technological advancements. I will continue to volunteer after high school, after college. Volunteering to me isn't just a one-time thing. It's a lifelong commitment. I would like to thank my sponsor, Oracle USA, for the tremendous scholarship. I'm truly grateful.
My name is Angelia Fayette, and I go to high school at Menlo Atherton High School. First thing I ever did was Key Club, which is a club at my school. And what we did is we did service like around our community, meaning like we'd plant stuff, kind of environmental stuff. It kind of got me involved. Like I liked going into the community and doing whatever we could do. The main volunteer activity I do right now is my leadership program, and our main thing is canned food drive, which my high school is the number one in the nation for canned food drive in high schools. On distribution day at Economical Hunger in East Palo Alto, and we give it to all the families in need, and we work really hard on it. For my upbringing, I know I like personally needed food and stuff growing up, and I would like be the customer sort of for a lot of those events. It's kind of interesting to see me handing the food to them, and it's kind of like, it's like this cycle. Like I've received a lot of help in my life, and I always feel like I'm putting it back. I'm gonna keep volunteering definitely, because on all my college applications I put that I wanted to join some sort of service club or anything like that, organizations there. Wherever I go to college, which I'm hoping is not near this area, so I can do some service in other areas. So I actually want to go to USD, which is University of San Diego, and I want to study political science. I want to be a lawyer. I want to thank the Paula Uccelli and the Marilyn Torito Scholarship for this opportunity. And I'm really thankful that I've been given this money, because I really want to get out of my shell in college and I really need money for it.
My name is Ryan Gupta, and I go to Design Tech High School. When I started volunteering, I noticed my connection with the community and how they also appreciated my help as well. And that's eventually what led to me teaching and helping hundreds of students in robotics. Influencing kids to go into fields of STEM has been a bit of a passion of mine. I'm just going to say up front, like, I think teachers are such a valuable part of society. Like, we need them so much. Volunteering is such a pivotal piece of, I guess, life in particular, because, I guess in this world today, not everything is free. And, being able to help the people who are less fortunate is obviously always the right thing to do. My heart has always been to, help people out and try to get people interested in STEM. And same goes for volunteering too. I would love for kids to get into volunteering. I would like to go to college in a university near California so I can stay close to home and continue my current business in our nonprofit organization. It's called We Robot, where we teach high schoolers how to work with students in robotics. I've applied to places like San Jose State, SF State, and Berkeley and UC Davis, but I would love to see the opportunities I have at hand, and I'm grateful for their responses, whatever it may be. I would like to thank my sponsors, the Montera Credit Union, and I would also like to thank the Redwood City Police Officer Association for their sponsorships towards my scholarships. I'm very grateful for all your help and donations.
My name is Megan Moore, and I go to high school at Carlmont in Belmont. I've been volunteering for over 10 years since I was about 6 years old. I started off as a Girl Scout. My current main volunteering activity is through Canine Companions, a national service dog organization. We train each puppy in about 30 base commands. The most important thing is teaching good behavior in public and allowing them to be exposed to as many different environments as possible. I started at Canine Companions when my mom received a service dog from them back in 2019. I had already begun volunteering with other local organizations through Girl Scouts, but that was the big moment when I saw how much change a service dog could do in someone's life. To me, raising service dogs is really my way of giving back to a community that has given so much to me. I plan to continue raising puppies and volunteering through Canine Companions and other organizations as I keep going through college and further into my life. I think volunteering has really led me to become a lot more comfortable in myself and also understand more that I actually am competent in a lot of things and I can work with and communicate with a lot of other people. I want to go to college in California, so I've applied to a bunch of UCs and then also Occidental. I'm planning to major in some form of bioscience, and I really want to go into research. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank the LSW Coughlin RN Memorial Scholarship for giving me the opportunity to go and pursue bioscience at college and continue to improve the lives of people with disabilities through medical research, but also through volunteer work.
My name is Francisco Velasco Ortega, and I attend Sequoia High School. One of the organizations I volunteer at is Casa Círculo Cultural, that's located in Middlefield. It's an organization I've participated in for several years now, and I volunteer there as a Taekwondo instructor aide. And I also volunteer there during the summer as a summer camp teacher also aide. For me personally, just learning and making new friends was like part of the process, and also just meeting people that I was also helping while doing this community service made the experience worth it. Just seeing how I had an impact on the community that I was part of. Next year, I'd say the school I want to go for is UCLA or San Jose State. Well, one of the reasons why I'm interested in chemistry, I'd say that's my major, is one of my parents unfortunately suffers from a lifelong heart condition that requires them to be on medication or take prescriptions for their condition. And growing up, just seeing like the prices and how important this medicine was for their well-being kind of drove me into being more interested in chemistry. Just seeing how medicine is generally like a really important field, and I genuinely like want to learn more about it. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Lee Cheerful Giving and Tony and Ali Uccelli.
My name's Sophia Pistoni and I go to Woodside High School. I've been volunteering since my freshman year at Woodside High School. The main volunteering I've done is with Bravemaker. It's a nonprofit film company that I've been with for the past 2 years. Volunteering is super important to me because I feel like I've learned a lot more skills through volunteering than I would have like at like a regular job. I've met so many people through volunteering that I probably wouldn't have if I had like one singular job since I've done so many volunteer activities. Some other activities I do is I'm the president of our school's community service club. So I've been doing that club since I was a freshman, and then I've like worked my way up to becoming president. You can always make time for things that you like enjoy. Like people might not want to volunteer just because they don't enjoy it, but like I would say it's a really good opportunity to like learn other lessons, and also like you can always make time for things. Like there's always going to be time, like especially as a high school student, like you're busy with school. Like I do 3 sports and like multiple AP classes, but I always find the time to volunteer cuz on like the weekends and like breaks and like all that kinds of stuff. I would like to go to college in California. I'm thinking about majoring in business marketing, but I'm not exactly sure which college yet, but definitely somewhere in California and definitely a 4 year. I would like to thank the Crittenden family for my scholarship.
My name is Roberto Paulino Jr., and the high school I go to is Sequoia High School. The first major volunteering or experience I did was aim high, where I was a volunteer helping out teachers with students. I also used to volunteer at Project Read right here. I used to be a tutor for a 11-year-old student. I really enjoyed working with younger students because I also have a younger sibling. So working with younger people and just having a little nice bond with them is pretty lovely to have. What I learned about myself is that I could help others. I like to volunteer because it's something that I really like to enjoy. And if they don't understand that, they could try themselves, like to be a volunteer in um, any opportunity that they're able to and see how it feels. I'm hoping to go to University Pacific for pre-dental or going to Santa Clara for teacher to become a science teacher. And I feel like I could become a teacher and help others also gain that trust with me. And dentist because I'm in the Health Careers Academy in Sequoia, and I was there given an opportunity to learn about dentistry, and I really got into it. It really caught my attention because I also had braces during that time, and my family had like many surgeries for their teeth. So then like I really got into the details of like why what was it happening for them and like how come like what are the purpose for braces, and I really just got really invested into it. I want to thank my sponsor, the Bill Block Foundation.
My name is Taylor Reinhart, and I go to school at Kenyatta Middle College. It means that I also go to Woodside High School. I first started volunteering when I was probably 6 or 7 years old. I would volunteer doing beach cleanups and other environmental things, and then I became involved in Girl Scouts, and through Girl Scouts, I was able to grow a lot as a person, and I wanted to give back to my community. So when I became a high school Girl Scout, so senior and ambassador levels, I began volunteering through Girl Scouts. Over the past 3 years, I've done about 400 hours, so about 100 hours per year. I volunteer because I really enjoy being involved in my community and giving back to my community, especially through Girl Scouts. I've grown so much as a person through Girl Scouts, and I really appreciate having the mentorship opportunities that I did. And so now I get to be a mentor to those younger girls, and that's just amazing. And I also volunteer a lot through environmental organizations, and I'm very passionate about environmentalism. I want to major in environmental engineering, so for me, it's just an amazing way to get involved in my community, to give back to those who have given to me. I would tell younger kids to volunteer because it's an amazing way to connect with your community. It gives you a lot of opportunities, it's amazing for networking, and it's just really a great way to be involved. I would like to go to college at any tech school. My top choices are MIT and Harvey Mudd. I want to study environmental engineering because I'm very passionate about environmentalism. I love math, and I really want to be able to help the world, especially during this time of climate change. We have a very linear system with capitalist society, and so in order to change that and make it more circular, we are able to fit into our environment and have our environment help us while we help our environment at the same time. I would like to thank my sponsor, Lingso Garden Inc., for providing me this amazing opportunity to expand on my environmentalism.
My name is Josue Ruiz, and I go to school at Eastside in East Palo Alto. I've been volunteering for the past 5 years before high school. I started volunteering at my church. I was helping in the kids ministry for Sunday school. My main volunteer experience now is going to church. Not going to church, but volunteering at my church. The youth ministry it basically teaches children um, kindergarten through elementary school, basically about God, like lessons and the stories from the Bible. What I like about it is the community and the sense of gathering that we get from getting all the kids together, building relationships, building closer bonds with the people I work with the kids themselves, and most importantly, more closer bond with God. Volunteer for the greater good, for serving the community, serving the people. But aside from that, you can build bigger bonds with people around you. Everything I've done or now believe in is because of volunteering and spending all this time at church. I really want to go to either Harvey Mudd, UC Berkeley, UCLA, or USC, and I'm interested in studying chemistry. I want to pursue a PhD so that I can do research. I want to change the way people live their lives, like when they experience these diseases and things like that. I personally have people in my life who have gone through diseases and it's really corrosive. Hopefully, getting to develop and make medicines will make a change. So most importantly, I just want to say thank you so much, Stanford University and Stanford Healthcare, for giving me the opportunity to get this scholarship and getting me to be able to pursue what I want to do in life.
My name's Caitlin Sam, and I'm a student at Carmel High School. I started volunteering at the beginning of my freshman year of high school, and I've volunteered in different places ever since. The biggest volunteer activity that I'm part of is volunteer tutoring for students who are learning English as a second language. I like that I get to connect with new people and kind of see their cultures and how they live. And then also because my parents moved here from different countries and they taught me about their experiences moving here and not speaking the language. For a lot of my colleges, I applied for something in a biology field, but it kind of differed depending on the college. So for some, it was more specific, like cell and molecular biology or biotechnology. I'm leaning towards a career in doing research, especially cancer research. I'm currently at an internship at a company that focuses on cancer research, and I'm really passionate and I really enjoy doing that work. I think it's a great way to help people in a lot of at a bigger scale because any medicines or discoveries you create can be applicable to a lot more people. There's still a lot to gain from interacting with other people. When I was volunteering with the Ukraine program, for example, I connected with another volunteer at the program, and we tutored our students together on some occasions, and we played different games, or we would talk about different holidays or activities, and I thought that was also added to the socializing aspect of that. When I was tutoring older students, it was a bit more work because there's less games involved, and there's more kind of focus on the technical aspects of things. But when I was working with younger students, I tried to incorporate more games to keep their focus and keep them interested. Thank you so much to Dignity Health Sequoia Hospital for sponsoring my scholarship.
My name is Gabriel Sandoval, and I go to Menlo School in Atherton. I've been volunteering since the beginning of high school, or I think even a bit before that, so maybe like 5 or 6 years. My first volunteer opportunity was the Second Harvest Food Bank, the food drive, where I helped distribute food to a lot of individuals within my community. And I got to volunteer with a lot of friends and family. So recently, I've been doing a lot of work with tutoring and mentoring younger students in my community. I choose to volunteer just because I've been in a position where many of these kids have also been in. So I've been a student in underfunded public schools, and I know some of the struggles they face. So I want to be a person that they can lean on. I like being someone who I wish I had when I was younger. I would tell a younger student that I do this because I want to make sure that I leave a lasting impact on my community. I don't want to just get away from this place and go pursue my own career. I want to be able to reach other people within my community. Hopefully I can find other communities, or wherever I land in college, I hope I can find a community there and continue doing some of the work that I do here. I would like to stay in California for school, and I most likely want to major something related to architecture or real estate development. I want to thank my sponsors, BKF Engineers and Recology San Mateo County. I'm really grateful for this scholarship, and I want to thank you all so much.
My name is Haiti Kurupsurui. I'm a senior at Sequoia High School. I started volunteering at 13 years old. I got involved with an organization called the San Mateo County Sheriff's Activities League. The more I got involved, the more I felt prone to be part of my community. I like to volunteer during our yearly summer camp we call Star Camp. I also have been part of Rebuilding Together, where I've torn down a fence, helped put up a fence, clean out some yards for people who aren't able to, and I think that's one of the most impactful experiences I've had. Volunteering gives me gratitude, appreciation. I see what's out in the community and I learn to appreciate what I have even more. It makes such an impactful experience for not just kids, but I work with all ages. I like giving back to my community. They've given me so many resources and I get to grow as a leader. I want to go to college in Southern California. I want to study architecture. I want to study architecture because for me, I've lived in a home with a lot of construction workers, and my mom really wants a house. She wants a dream house, and I want to be able to provide that for her. I'd like to thank my sponsor, W.L. Butler Construction, for this amazing opportunity. You are not only helping me through college, but coming from a low-income family, this is a great opportunity, a stress reliever for my parents, and just a chance for me to have more opportunities to continue my journey on life and an encouragement to reach my goal.
My name's Delaney Wolf, and I go to Cromont High School. I got started as a volunteer. I started doing grassroots ecology. It's like a stewardship program, and I went out to nature preserves and I helped plant native species and take out invasive species. I realized that I wanted to help save the environment from, climate change and stuff like that. So that helped me kind of get into other volunteering, like working at Peninsula Precious Plastics. I've been volunteering there for about 4 years, and it's really great. It's been helping me figure out what my passions are, and it's helped me work to achieve those goals. And I'm passionate about the planet because climate change is very pressing right now, and I think that it's just getting more and more concerning, and I feel like not a lot of people are doing enough about it. My first choice college, I really like UC Santa Barbara. I mean, it's a very tough school, but it's definitely very environmental. And I also like the University of Oregon. It's very environmental, I feel, as well, and it's a beautiful campus. In college, I hope to study geology. I was between that and environmental science. Environmental science is more about how people work with, the world, how they relate. But I was really interested in just like why the world works. I really like plate tectonics, rocks, just like the fundamental formations of the earth. I thought it was really interesting. If someone was thinking about volunteering, I would tell them that they definitely should. It's a very rewarding experience. It feels great to help the community. It builds community, it unites people, and I just feel like it's definitely what the world needs right now. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Kaiser Permanente, Richard Franceschini, and Robin Franceschini Bedelli.
My name is Lindsay Wong, and I go to Carlmont High School. I first started volunteering with Girl Scouts when I was around 7 years old. My main volunteer activity now is volunteering around San Carlos and Belmont, or even Redwood City with Key Club. What I like about volunteering is getting to reach out into my community and really just getting to meet new people and have a lot of fun with these new connections that I've made. I've gotten to see that I can be a leader and that I can also be a more or less shy version of myself. One of the main things I do is actually helping at San Carlos City events, which it can include some of their hometown days, which is really fun. It's bringing together the whole community. I want to go to Cal Poly and San Luis Obispo. I want to study child studies because I want to become a teacher. My mother is a teacher and I go to her classroom a lot and I just really love it. I love being with the children and just teaching them little lessons. There's actually a college version of Key Club which is called Circle K, and I've heard that is really fun, almost like the same as Key Club, and I want to join that. I would still like to engage in volunteering activities, maybe just if I can find one in my community that I live in afterwards. I would say to people who think I'm wasting my time volunteering that there's so much you can find, so many new people you can meet, and connections you can make. I would like to thank my sponsor for the Billy Werby Memorial Scholarship. It will really help me in my future as I'm going on to college, and it would help my family pay. So I'm very grateful for this generous scholarship.
My name is Tala Yusuf, and I go to Carmel High School. I think I volunteer because of how it makes me feel. I love that I can help out my community and everyone around me while also still feeling good about myself. I've been volunteering since my freshman year of high school when I joined Key Club. I've been able to work with a lot of organizations like Feeding America. It introduced me to local events, like just volunteering at adult community centers and also more international events. I thought volunteering would be you go, you help your community, and that's all. But I've met a lot of people, and I think they've become lifelong friends. I joined the division leadership team, which is a regional part of the Key Club organization. So I've gotten to help more people at a higher level. I think after I'm done with my schooling, I'll continue volunteering, whether it be, like I said, locally, just at food drives, or more globally through organizations like UNICEF. I think through volunteering, I've learned that I can be outgoing and social, and I can help people through basic things like smiling or opening the door. I've just learned that gratitude and kindness doesn't come from doing extraordinary things. It's just very simple things that can really change people and affect their day-to-day lives. I eventually want to go into law. That's the pathway that I'm attempting to take. I want to thank my sponsor, the Welch Everest Family Trust, for giving me the opportunity to exceed in my education and just have a wider variety of things that I can be introduced to. So I really appreciate that.
My name is Kian Bott, and I go to Carmel High School. Since about the start of high school, I've been volunteering. My primary volunteer activity would be volunteering at AYSO VIP, which is in Redwood City, and it's playing soccer with kids with disabilities. I really like volunteering because it's a way for me to give back to my community. Coaching kids with disabilities was hard at first, but as I started to do it more, it became really fun and it was less like volunteering and more just like hanging out with people. The things that I've learned about myself are that I really enjoy adapting and learning from new situations, and I really like spending time with people. A moment that I had a really fun time is I was coaching a kid named Nikhil, and he really likes to throw the ball, which isn't really part of soccer. But I would set up water bottles, and he would throw the soccer ball at the water bottles, and he would knock them over, and he would get super excited. There's a lot more to volunteering than just going out and helping people. It's like kind of connecting with different people and understanding their situations and who they are. When you're volunteering, in order to help someone, you really need to connect and talk to them to understand who they are and so you could help them the best way. Volunteering has helped me because I'm put in a lot of unique situations. And when I'm in those situations, now I know how to interact with different people. I would love to go to college in Southern California, so in at UCSB or USC, and I would love to study business. I would love to do something with entrepreneurship, like starting my own business, maybe like a social impact business, kind of like giving back what I'm doing right now. That's something I really want to focus on, just making time to volunteer. So I'd like to take this moment to thank Hannig Law LLP and the Heritage Bank of Commerce for everything they've done, and I really appreciate it.
My name is Brian Ceballos, and I go to Sequoia High School. I got started because of my youth leader. Basically, what she told me was that they do community service activities, and I didn't really want to go to it. I was like, that's lame. But then she came up to me and she's like, you should really try it. It's helpful and you're helping the community. I've been doing it since I've been in seventh grade. We help out people that are in need of food or like any type of basic necessities. My church is basically partnered up with Second Harvest and Costco as well to give out food for people that are in need. And it's every Wednesday. I honestly believe that my church is something very special. And it's like I put it in my description to enter the Sequoia Awards that it's like the heart of Redwood City. It's so impactful to me to see like a place that's honestly sacrificing time, needs, and a lot of just effort to help the community. You don't see that every day. There's like a piece in me when I just help others instead of making it more difficult for others, just helping others in what they are in need of, and it just brings some peace towards me. I would like to go to Sacramento State or UC San Diego, and I would love to study either business or mechanical engineering. I see myself volunteering. If it's not at my church, I'm gonna find another place where I can volunteer. But I think that I'm in need of helping others. That's where I'm doing it for. I'm not doing it for myself, but I want to help others, and it's like something I need to do. So I want to thank my sponsors for everything you've done. We appreciate your work and all the money you're giving us to go to college. It's very meaningful to us. And I want to thank Tara Fowler, Sakaman, Bob Hausling, Merrill, a Bank of America company, and the Bill Blog Foundation.
My name is Valerie Moya, and I go to Sequoia High School. I've been volunteering ever since sixth grade, so going on 7 years now. For the past couple years, I've been volunteering for the city through the Youth and Teen Advisory Board programs, and we've been working on teen open mics where kids can showcase their talents and win scholarship money for school or whatever they need funding for. And then we're also working on a career networking dinner to allow teens in the community to come and talk to government officials in the city to learn more about government position jobs. I volunteer because it brings joy when someone else smiles. Um, I can be very self-focused at times, but when I focus on other people besides myself and focus on their needs, it brings happiness. And I feel like our world could be a better place if we all just do one little small thing to help someone else. You can start small, it doesn't have to be a big thing. It could be handing food out with Second Harvest. It could be helping someone take out their trash. Anything as small or as big as you want. Volunteering has helped like open my eyes, and instead of being narrow focused, I'm more open minded. I've learned more about other people, about their cultures, about their likes. I plan on going to San Jose State University. I heard back today that I got accepted. Congratulations. And I would love to study kinesiology and go down a physical therapy route so I can continue helping people hands on. My father is a social worker for the San Mateo County at the county hospital. And then my father's two high school best friends. One of them is a firefighter chief battalion, and one of them is a probation officer. And those three people have inspired me to do something that helps people hands on. I'd like to thank my sponsors, the Handing Sail It Forward Foundation and the Bill Block Foundation.
My name is Ruby Rappaport, and I go to Sequoia High School. I first started volunteering when I was around 10 or 11 at a local animal shelter that I had worked with through my Girl Scout troop. I think my main volunteer activity has been my nonprofit STEMality that I volunteer with. Every Friday after school, we go to different local elementary schools and teach STEM activities to the kids. I really enjoy the STEM activities, and I did not have a program when I was younger to help introduce me to some of these different curriculums. And so this organization is really meaningful because I get to give back to younger students who are interested in learning and getting a more diverse education. Well, volunteering is rewarding for me because I get to see my impacts and I get to help others. It's really working with others and collaborating that's fulfilling for me. And I'd rather spend my time volunteering and being able to give back because it's allowed me to grow as a person, but then also help and encourage others to do the same. I absolutely intend to volunteer for the rest of my life. I'm thinking of going somewhere out of state. I really like to go to new environments. I want to study biomedical engineering. I'm really interested for my career in developing medical technology to help with patients who are in hospitals or just working to make that transition a bit easier. Success in my career would be knowing I got to help other people. I love to learn, and I think if I can use the knowledge I've gained to make someone else's life easier or smoother, then that's successful. And I'd like to thank my sponsors, the Hanig Environmental Research Organization and the Bill Block Foundation.
My name is Angie and I go to Sequoia High School. I've been volunteering, I think, the ending of my freshman year in Sequoia. I started with Project Read tutoring little kids. I think what attracted me was that I have a good specialty with kids, or I like helping kids because I grew up surrounded with kids. And when I heard about this opportunity, I was like, I should go ahead and like help kids out. Volunteering was really important to me because when I was growing up, my family was a low income, so we always had people helping us, and even when they didn't need to, they were always like helping us and volunteering with our family. And it just made me like growing up, it made me realize that it's okay to also give back to like your community whenever you can. I would tell somebody to volunteer because personally me, I think that it makes me feel better of myself like as a person. And if people have the time to do it, I think that they should. And it would just make them feel really good about themselves. I would say my first kid that I got tutoring here, what made me feel really great about what I was doing was that the kid was a Spanish speaker and he had barely came into the country. And coming from like immigrant parents, um, it made me realize that like I was helping the kid learn how to read and write in English, and seeing how like they were struggling, and then like when I was helping them they felt like better about themselves. I think that made me realize that I was actually like doing something and like helping the kid out. I would like to go to Sacramento State or UC Berkeley if they accept me, and I'm planning on majoring in biochemistry. I want to major in biochemistry because I either want to be a forensic scientist or a pharmaceutical technician. I would like to thank my sponsors, the Sobrato Foundation and the Bill Block Foundation. Thank you.
My name is Sophia Carrere and I go to Woodside High School. I've been volunteering since I was about 6. I started volunteering at the Ronald McDonald House with my family when I was younger. I continued volunteering throughout elementary school and middle school, and then I joined Octagon Club in high school. The main ones that I do are the Ronald McDonald House, Healthy Cities Tutoring, and then I volunteer through random event, like not random, but various events through Octagon Club. I work with a lot of kids, so I like making an impact on kids through my volunteering. Like at the Ronald McDonald House, getting to play with kids, I find it super fun. And I also like making connections with the kids I tutor because I tutor the same kid for the entire school year. I mostly work with the siblings of the sick kids, so it kind of is nice because it gives them a break from everything and they get to just play. Some of the people I tutor can't necessarily afford tutoring, so it's nice to volunteer because you get to help them academically. I enjoy volunteering because getting to know that I'm making a difference just makes me happy. I've learned that it's important to always be energetic and positive when you're working with people because the attitude that you have can really have an impact on the other people that you're around. I want to go to Notre Dame in South Bend, Indiana, and I want to study biology and maybe become a doctor when I'm older. As a doctor, I hope to make a big impact on people, so the money means a lot to me because it will help make a change, hopefully, in the world. I do see myself continuing to volunteer, especially in like hospitals and stuff when I'm older. I would like to thank the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative and Will Richardson Memorial Scholarship for giving me this opportunity to further my education.
I'm Kevin Ochoa Guizar. I'm a student of Sequoia High School. I was encouraged by my ELD teacher, English learner program teacher, and she encouraged me to start volunteering with the New Voices for Youth here at Redwood City at the North Fairbanks Library. I really liked helping elder adults learn about technology and how that impacted them and their daily lives. It was pretty funny how to teach adults. Meanwhile, I'm a 17-year-old and was a 15-year-old when I started. I'm going to San Jose State and I want to study criminology. I want to be a police officer and help out my community. I want to thank our sponsors who are Billbrook Foundation and the firefighters, Redwood City Firefighters Association. Thank you so much.
My name's Linda Molnar and I go to Cromwell High School. First time I started volunteering was when I was around 10 years old. The major volunteering activity that I do is I started this organization that's called Project Elevate. So what we do is we go to local schools and teach financial literacy concepts like budgeting, investing, inflation. So I really played a huge role in that class with making all the materials, all the slideshows, the lectures, the project. My whole experience with volunteering definitely helped shape me into like a better leader. I lead a lot of organizations at my school now too. And I feel like volunteering was kind of like that first step in propelling me from kind of like a more shy student into somebody who is like willing to step up in lots of situations and kind of like lead a group towards a common goal. And that's kind of why I expanded my volunteering efforts, not only because I get to see like the really rewarding effects that it has on the students and how that kind of like transfers over to me, but also it's really taught me a lot of great skills like leadership and communication and empathy. So I want to continue expanding Project Elevate Finance for years to come. I just got my acceptance from the UC Berkeley MET program, which is a really special dual degree program at Berkeley, and they only take 50 people each year, so it was a really huge thing for me. I'm super happy to have gotten this award. I mean, it really takes like a really large burden off my chest because it really makes like my mom proud, and it's really gonna help me be able to pursue my college education with like a little bit less stress. I'd like to thank the Sequoia Awards for this scholarship and for the opportunity you guys have presented to me. Thank you so much. It really means a lot.